Look at
We've been journeying in the wrong direction this whole time. We've been journeying outside of ourselves. Why?
Rough to wise, talk to us.
It's been a long time on here, pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Maybe this is the year right here. Energy. Go within. There's something inside.
We gotta do better, you know.
Right. Go within. There's something inside.
We gotta do better, you know.
Energy. First stage is realize that you are. That's the first step. Confront yourself. Realize that you are. Energy. It's been a long time on here, pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They can't put negative notions on us. Think about it. Great things is happening, whether they want to believe it or not. Maybe this is the year right here. This is the year for it right here. Right. Go within. There's something inside.
We gotta do better, you know.
Go within. There's something inside.
We gotta do better, you know. One's image of oneself should be greater than reality. Don't let nobody tell you that you great, because you are.
Rough to wise.
Energy.
I think I'm gonna play it again.
Journeying in the wrong direction this whole time. We've been journeying outside of ourselves. Why?
Rough to wise, talk to us.
It's been a long time on here, pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Maybe this is the year right here. Energy. Go within. There's something inside.
We gotta do better, you know.
Right. Go within. There's something inside.
We gotta do better, you know.
Energy. First stage is realize that you are. That's the first step. Confront yourself. Realize that you are. Energy. It's been a long time on here, pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They can't put negative notions on us. Think about it. Great things is happening, whether they want to believe it or not. Maybe this is the year right here. This is the year for it right here. Right. Go within. There's something inside.
We gotta do better, you know.
Go within. There's something inside.
We gotta do better, you know. One's image of oneself. Grand Rising. Don't let nobody tell you that you great, because you are.
Rough to wise.
Energy.
Hey, listen. Great things is happening. If you are just now tuning in, you probably noticed that we're live on 3 pages right now. You probably noticed that we're live on 3 pages on YouTube, 2 pages on TikTok, 1 page on Twitch. I mean, yes, we got the page back. No, it was not the knot. It was not the knot that lifted any type of. Think about that. The knot claims that he's such a good person, and the knot claims that he's so this and so that, and he's not worse than Jaguar, and he's not worse than these other people on here. But did you see the knot try to lift that? Did you see him try to lift his strikes? No. He went around bragging and boosting about how he struck my page. He went around bragging. And don't worry, we're going to get into that breakdown too of what was their true intentions, right? We're going to get into a breakdown of what was Sherelle and them's true intentions when they came over here. What was Sherelle and them? We're going to do that tonight. What was Sherelle and them true intentions when they came over here, right? We didn't hear Maggie complain about any strikes towards her page. So obviously Sherelle and them was not trying to strike their page, right? So obviously they had messed up intentions. One of their intents, and this is because the operation of pride and ego, right? The operation of pride and ego is that simple. Because they have so much pride, because they filled these houses of ego, they was coming over here to ego battle, right? They was coming over here to try to tell, Wolf not to fuck with them, right? Trying to show Wolf, we'll get in touch with your ex-wife. We'll make it so you can't see your kids anymore. You better not fuck with us. You want to put a lawsuit against us? We gonna make it so this, and we gonna make it so that. That's what they came over here for, to pose a threat, to try to put out threats. You heard the knot saying, "Give me the address. Give me the address to the courthouse. Do anybody know the court date?" Right? Trying to pop up at his custody hearing, right? Intervening in his physical life, right? Now, of course, we over here doing what the internet allows us to do. You know what I'm saying? Talk shit, look up, public platforms, so on and so forth. They're not talking about going to knock on somebody's door. Sherelle and them talking about, trying to meet up with his ex-wife so they can try to give information regarding whatever, so he won't be able to see his kids again. They was talking about really like messing somebody's life up, livelihood up, right? That's how cruddy these people is. That's how low down and cruddy these people are, right? And they sit here and try to make it seem like they're good and they're this and we're political. And no, you're not. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. You are not political. All of these Atwoods and them is doing this. Atwoods and them is no. Sherelle and Perry is the worst that we can have in the black sector. Sherelle and Perry is the worst that we can have. Even if Atwoods wasn't involved in the bullshit in the black sector, having the knot, a Sherelle, and a Perry is wicked shit.
In terms of the Aurora, their mission and specific role in planetary support is to work with the New Elemental Command.
You said that's the job of demons. You're absolutely right. Now, the new element, right? This is us working with a new element, right? I sometimes like to tell a story about how our father met our mother. And a lot of people don't know this story, but it would be just like any other story. Only this story is made for the gods, right? When our father met our mother, he showered her with gifts. The first gift he gave her was air, right? The next gift he gave her was water, right? The next gift he gave her was earth, right? The next gift he gave her was fire, right? And then he felt like our mother was the beautiful of them all. So he gave her the greatest gift of them all, which is us, life, consciousness, the ability to learn, the ability to grow, right? But we got to get into this new element. This new element is called ether. Ether is a new element. It's not new because it's always been here. It's the knowledge of it is just now coming back. The knowledge of ether is just now being put back down here.
Command. This role is to re-encrypt the physical
Also
body
called
elemental
firewire.
matrix on atomic and subatomic levels. This is because the chemical constituents of our DNA is an elemental base, and our physical body is an elemental body that is comprised of the main 4 base-level chemical constituents. We can use the 4 elements to help us understand the 4 levels of chemicals that comprise our current DNA makeup, which is made up of the raw substances in the earth, fire, water, and air elementals. These particle elements have gone through so much in the history of human evolution, suffering many miasmatic distortions that have been created on the planetary levels as a result of several cataclysmic events. As we are interfacing with the planetary body, it is our DNA makeup. We are making up the collective body of the planetary macrocosm. Humanity is holding the oneness of the entire planetary body as a group human soul, or solar body. Elementals of the human physical body are quite distorted in the cellular matrix because of the invasion, alien breeding programs and genetic manipulation histories. Thus, the re-encryption process was decided to be part of the mission upgrade of Ascension Plan B. Our human bodies are not transmuting the karmic and miasmatic base fast enough, the
Namaste.
planetary
Namaste.
miasma, and this is required in order to move us through less dense frequency formats in order to handle the accelerated transmissions of intergalactic plasma light frequencies. This is the primary reason that we are having the Aurora host this planet during the Ascension timeline. The Aurora have been working with many of us, consciously or not. The Aurora consciousness has a pale, white opaqueness saturated with many hues of colors, which may appear as pastel rainbow ribbons that look like cellophane, or individual colored orbs. 2.
Now, a lot of us don't know nothing about what they just said, right? We don't know nothing about what was just said, right? We don't know. And the reason why is because we wasn't prepared for the ascension process. We wasn't truly told about the ascension process. We wasn't told what was going to take place with the ascension process. They didn't tell us what part of our brain will be affected by the ascension process. They didn't tell us the connection with our brain with the universe, none of that stuff. But now that we're here embarking on a new journey, and nobody can't tell you about this new time, this new sky, because remember, according to the Mayans calendar, we are in an unknown time. We're in a time that don't exist because the Mayans calendar stopped at the 13th lunar cycle. We just ended the 13th lunar cycle. We are literally in a time that don't exist to man, an unknown time, right? And the Bible says that we will basically the book of Revelation said time will end as we know it, right? Time will end as we know it. The things will end, and things are coming to an end as we know it. We got to learn it to be something different. We got to reteach ourselves all over again. We have to, basically relearn. We have to forget what we think we know and relearn, right? This is where the brain comes in. This is where the multiple dimensions of the brain comes in. This is where the layers come in at, right? The pineal and the phantom matrix. This is like this bulge that you see back here is considered the boulder where it says your cerebellum is at. That's the boulder, right? The medulla oblongata is considered the thinking place or the mouth of God because it's shaped like a heart. So a man thinketh, so shall it be. So, so on and so forth, right? So, however we want to look at this, there are certain variations of energies that's coming in. This is why it's called the atomic doorway, because these energies are coming in through the universe, coming in through these different, frequencies, flows, change of water, whatever you want to call it, right? This is happening inside the vessels of the multitude.
A reference point to an energetic command and control center in our light body. It is the ninth chakra, which is also called the atomic doorway, and is the projector of God consciousness units that filter very similarly as a light projector through the back of your medulla oblongata, at the base of your neck, at the brain stem. Andromeda energies are referred to by the Guardians as sourcing ninth dimensional frequency, planetary Kundalini current, and will certainly activate the ninth dimensional axiotonal lines on the right side of our human body, as well as filter up into the ninth chakra at the base of the neck. This frequency is dull silver in its color spectrum, running vertically from your middle right toe and up through the middle right finger, into the base of your neck. When this light body is activated, it creates a...
Hold on. I forgot this is our first day back. Can we talk our shit? Because they try to destroy us, did they not? They wanted to take us down. They wanted us to be down. They wanted us to fold. They wanted our energy so bad. Can we talk our shit? One's in the chat if y'all trying to talk. Look, y'all know we good for putting knowledge out there. Huh? Y'all know we good for putting knowledge out there. We'll put the knowledge out there all day. But can we talk our shit? They really tried to use this moment. They wanted to use me, right? They tried to use me. Denat thought he had a sucker. Somebody they can come and lick on, talk all tough. They made themselves sound so tough when really all they were doing was trying to get back at Odell. That's all they were doing. They were coming over here to pose threats to Odell and also try to find out as much information about Odell as possible. Remember, they were asking the questions like, anybody know how to get in touch with his ex-wife? Now, of course, this would look bad if somebody's got a lawsuit against you and you're online trying to further get in touch with their wife, so on and so forth. You trying to further intervene in their life, fuck their life over, so on and so forth, right? So this is that, right? This is that intervention. These people was coming over here to try to find out what they can about Odell so they can go over and try to mess his life up because he had that lawsuit against him. So because he put that lawsuit against them, they was determined, oh, we're going to get him back. They was using my platform to get him back, but it didn't matter. The 4 hours that they put over here on the platform, none of that mattered. You know why it didn't matter? Because they already knew that they were going to get the page taken. So they didn't care about any videos that might be on the page, any evidence that might be on the page, because they were going to get the page struck. That was the whole point of them coming over here, was to attack my page. The Knot knew what he was doing. He called in, grandma and grandpa elderly to try to further siphon energy. He wanted to do something so I can have some type of envy, regret, something towards him, right? But it didn't work like that. He got his tarot card reader, a fake tarot card reader at that, reading off something and literally misconstruing everything about it, right? We watched that take place. She said she sacrificed my page. How's that sacrifice working now, Blanca? Huh? How's that sacrifice working for you now, Blanca? Since you claim to be so in touch, in tune, now you over there crying, talking about some. They're trying to get to me to get to you. They're trying to get to me to get to you. Come on. Come on. Come on. We can't keep going through this. We can't keep going through this. This ain't it. Huh? This is not it. You can't keep on doing this. Can't keep on putting us through this. We already got these people right here setting him up for failure because this is a setup. This is a setup. You hear me? This is a setup. And he knows the knot is so ready to fall out with Sherelle and them. He is so ready to fall out with them. That's the next thing that he has is a fallout with them. He ain't gonna have all he got left is a fallout with them. Right? As soon as they distance themselves, and they're probably trying to distance themselves now, knowing everything, how everything is happening, they're probably trying to distance themselves away from him now. Oh, Blanco. I'm sorry, Blanco. Right? And see, here's the thing. All of this crap that they talking, all of this power that they say they have, see, this makes everything that much worse for them. You know why it makes everything that much worse for them? Because the only thing that they were going to go with, right? The only thing that Sherelle was going to go with was, well, if he got one page taken away and he's operating on another page, then we can report that other page because he had that one page took, but you can't do that now because I got the page back. So therefore, according to Google and according to YouTube, I am allowed to operate on this platform. So all of that talk that they talking, even Maggie with her mouth talking about this is a job. I'm a content creator. This is my job. Come on, people. Come on, people. Like she had more rights to this space than other people, right? When I made my account for me. This wasn't no job application. This was a free platform, and it still is an open platform. These people think because they getting donations on here and everything like that, it's an occupation. No, it's not. You turned your habit into your occupation. That's your fault. We should not have to pay for that. You wanted this to be your occupation. Be good at it. It's like going to the grocery store and the clerk at the grocery store is giving you attitude like they didn't apply for the job, right? If you put in to become a content creator, if you want you operating on these platforms, shut up. Shut up. You signed up for this. Sitting over there. Come on, people. Come on. What do you expect? No, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. The way that y'all operating is wrong. Y'all not operating with integrity. You just heard the conversation between Odell on Danny's channel. I don't got that golden love because spelling Odell because love is love. Yeah, hey, listen, love is winning. Love is love. Love is winning. People can't operate the same towards you if you're not operating the same towards them. If you want a different outcome, you got to give, if you want a different result, you got to give something different. I'm not going to keep operating the same. We're not going to keep operating in fuckery, right? That's like Maggie. She wants to keep on circling around that whole, break up, make up, break up, make up. That's her idea of a relationship because of her past, because whatever she watched her parents been through, whatever she's got, an idea image of the perfect household is a breakup to make up, right? She said it already. She was like, oh, Odell and Jaguar going back and forth remind me of my mom and my dad, my mom doing all of this stuff, and then my dad have to put her back in line or whatever the case may be. So this idea is natural to her. It's natural to keep on fighting, arguing, bickering, fighting. That's not normal for people, right? Furthermore, let's look at the levels of manipulation that took place. Let's look at the levels of manipulation that took place, right? If we thinking about this right, Jaguar will have more influence on Atwoods than Maggie would, right? If Jaguar talked to Atwoods and them will be more willing to listen faster than they would be willing to listen to Maggie, right? Because Maggie don't really have no type of say-so in none of this controversy. She don't bring nothing to the table. What Maggie bring to the table? Huh? Jaguar bring a whole list of stories to the table, right? Jaguar bring a whole list of stories to the table, a whole list of controversial conversations, so on and so forth. What Maggie bring to the table? Feel sorry for me. I made my mistake. That's it. That's it. Nobody feels bad about me. Why should I feel bad about other people? Come on. Come on. We don't even know you to feel bad about you. She act like her history is written in the minds of the multitude. She act like it's books out about her. She act like she Anne Frank or Helen Keller or somebody. Like we was studying her in the 8th grade or some shit. Nobody care about me. Why should I care about any? Nobody know you. We did not know you. Nobody knows you. Oh, she paint don't care about me. Why should I? Did she care? Did she come over and say, is you okay with Odell and Odell this and oh, shut up. Everybody ain't about to just take your side of the story. The story don't even sound right. Just because somebody took a clip of you and made some AI images of you moving your arm around, it doesn't make them obsessed with you. Just because somebody took a clip of you and made you move, that doesn't mean they obsessed with you. That mean they was clowning your ass, and that was the way they decided to clown your ass. You might have found it offensive or whatever, but they was clowning your dumb ass. You the one with all these pictures on your Instagram trying to look seductive. You the one with all of these pictures trying to look like you selling something. So if you selling something, you can't walk around dressed like a certain type of way and then expect somebody to approach you differently. No, you want that dignity, you want that respect, carry yourself as such. There's no possible way everything in your life lead to a multitude of lies, right? You sitting there saying something happened to you at 10 years old, something happened to you at 12 years old, something happened to you at 14 years old, something happened to you in high school, something happened to you in college. I'm starting to see a pattern here. Hey, I don't know, Odell. Depending on how you fry it, a ham sandwich back in the day would go a long way. That's what I'm saying. Damn. Yeah. Might as well start the morning off with a bang, man. Depending on how you fry it, a ham sandwich might be pretty good. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, if real news made the videos, right? She's putting the videos on you as if you set and lustfully created these videos. She's putting it on you as if you was making these breast comments on the back end to her, like you was on the side trying to make little comments at her, and even I got a little bit confused, because if we go back to the whole nude thing, when y'all were saying like, oh, put her news out, like she used that too as to say like, and that's why he wanted you to put the nudes out. I'm thinking you wanted me to put the nudes out so that way you can have another lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Boom, we can sue his ass too. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking y'all on some money scheme shit. And if I put these nudes out, then that's a lawsuit, and y'all going, try to sue me and get money from me. That's what I'm thinking. But she tried to make it seem like you wanted me to put these news out because you wanted to see her. Because you wanted to see her body, you know what I mean? And then you came out with these videos of her moving and motioning because y'all was going to make a XCX tape of her, some type of digital SCX tape. Right? So she did this whole flim flam, trickery thing where she took everything and tried to mush it up to play this victim. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because every story that take place now, she's trying to refer it back to that. Like, and why should we care about she paint? Nobody cared when Odell did this and he talked about my breast assist. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She said that y'all was she said y'all was trying to get her to America so y'all could take her passport. That what she said. She said y'all were trying to get her over here so y'all could take her passport. And y'all had people on the back end lined up for her, that y'all would the you know what I'm saying, all these other people that y'all had lined up for her that was talking to her on the back end. She made it seem like it was back end conversations coming in where people were like, yes, can't wait to party with you. That's why I say, man, everything about her story don't add up. People too scared to question it because the emotions is there, whatever, you know what I mean? But somebody got to question that shit. Somebody got to say, wait, hold up. It's a pattern here. It's a pattern here. You can't keep sexualizing yourself and then trying to make it seem like, men only see you one way. Everything she say is based off of trying to make men look a certain type of way, right? Even with the whole she paints thing and the $10,000 thing, right? She keep going back to some Steve Harvey shit, think like a man type shit. She keep talking about what man would give you that type of money and not expect more, right? What man gonna give you that money and not try to hit, right? And she trying to, Ralph, if you gave somebody that amount of money, would you hit? Would you want to hit? Would you want, what the fuck? What is you talking about? Everybody don't think like her. She sit there and she try to make it seem like I'm from Canada. I'm from Canada. In Canada, we so nice. We so this. We so that. But you not from Canada. You from Hades. You from Hades where the people ate other people. You is a purple people eater. That what you is. You a purple people eater. Matter of fact, write that down in the Discord. We got to come out with the purple people eater story. We got to come out with the purple people eater story time. Remind me to put that together. The purple people eaters. This lady is a purple people eater. Soylent Green. Soylent Green. Bet. We definitely got to get that. We got to get that side of the story out because right now, with just her side of the story being out there, it's a lot of questions that could be, asked, but nobody asking them questions. A lot of people was actually trying to see what was going to take place with the town hall, but then so much shit took place after that we didn't really get a town hall. And then like the narrative of how she keeps on pushing the issue, and then a lot of people believe that she might still be working with Jaguar. And that's why she's still doing the whole, title framing. And that's why you still see the variations of low vibration come out of her and everything like that. But you absolutely right. I think the more she talked, the more she exposed herself. We caught a small clip of her telling on herself because you have to go back to that Ada situation in order to see the bigger, what really took place. Because if you think about it, like if Stephanie told Maggie that Ada was in a coma, and then Ada told Jaguar, I mean, not Ada, then Maggie told Jaguar that Ada was in a coma. Then Jaguar just looked at a moment that she can attach herself to something probably beneficial to her cause or something like that. But she's not the originator of this scam or scheme. Because if she was the originator of it, she would have been closer connected to it, right? This Ada situation came out of Stephanie, Mike, and Murph's corner of the YouTube, and Maggie was the one that presented this info to Jaguar Live, right? Now, the fact that all these people are falling out will never truly get to the bottom of the story, right? You said side note. Damn. So all this time you didn't even realize, you didn't even know? Like you all this time, like you can say like you technically didn't know. So out of Stephanie, Murph, Maggie. So whole time y'all was playing it by ear. Y'all was still on the fence of it. You could say like everybody prematurely jumped the gun and jumped out there too early. I mean, we all want to attach ourselves to something good, but anybody know what took place with the whole court situation? Did she get found guilty? She went to court. Why ain't nobody, ain't no follow-ups taking place with none of this? Like, what's really going on? See, that's why I be questioning all that back information shit. I heard a couple of times, Jag was saying like back in the day, and this was before you came into the picture. Jag was saying that people was trying to give her misinformation to use, and I think that it might be a lot more of that going on than what we think. It might be a lot more of this character shaming, assassination of character, whatever going on. People are putting people in play close to your life in order to assassinate your character. It's almost like, think about running a company and then somebody put, somebody inside your company to tear it up from the inside out. Think about that. That's what's happening right now, but it's happening on a social media standard, right? Where these people are becoming your mods and then they're doing fuck shit, or these people are becoming, cool with you and then they getting you in fuck shit. Excuse my French, but this is happening now. Like there's a lot of, I guess you can say, espionage stuff going on. I'm looking at it on an energy level and I'm saying, okay, they're harvesting energy, Even if you look at it on other levels of it, there's still some stuff going on that's like, what is this about? Double agent type stuff, right? Now, let's say that Maggie's not an agent. Let's say Maggie's not an agent, right? Let's say she is an opportunist, right? And due to the fact that she's an opportunist, she has to weigh the scales, right? Not all the time you weighing the scales properly, right? If she's an opportunist, then she's weighing the scales. There's mixed feelings. But we gotta let the cards fall. What I mean, besides trying to keep up with the Jaguar rhetoric, paint this narrative about Jaguar, I mean, she's really looking for sympathy with the whole trying to traffic her thing. You know what I mean? She's really like looking for the sympathy with the whole like they tried to traffic me thing, you know? That's not something light right there. That's not something light. They trying to traffic me. That's not something light right there. You know, they was trying to get me to America to traffic me, you know, in light of everything that's taking place with, you know, with Jaguar and everything like that, and different variations of, you know, lawsuits or whatever. And we still don't know if the outcome of that is true. With Busby going after Shannon or putting another lawsuit out on a black person, this could corrupt the whole, you know, investigation type shit. Like this is this, you know what I mean? I mean, you watched her levels of activity with the knot, right? You watched her levels of activity with other content creators in the black tea sector, right? So it's almost like what's her what is it? What is it that she's doing? A lot of people on here are using their platforms for different reasons. You watch people use their platforms to go into, you know, establishments and do a lot of ranting and raving, right? You watch people use their platform to boast to their family about how they got excess amount of followers and they'll put this narrative out. People care about their pride. People care about their ego. You know what I mean? So when you tell somebody that you're going to use your page that might, you know, have a pretty decent amount of numbers, you telling somebody that you're going to use that page to your benefit. And that's what Sherelle and them do. Sherelle and them sit there and tries to bully the internet. You know what I mean? Now that is something that we can look at. The facts, right? If you got official documents that say she was locked up, that is something that can change the minds of the multitude, right? Because you know, sometimes, you know, in this thing that we call life, you know, just tarnishing your name to the public is enough, you know, detrimental enough. You know, you don't even have to find out what happens in court if the public think you guilty. What's going on with you?
Peace, bro. Look, yeah, no, that's why I wanted to come up and say, I'm gonna keep this real short. That's exactly what I wanted to say. When you got defamatory things out there about you, that could be, yeah, exactly, detrimental to your health, to your business, to your name, reputational harm. So for her to say something like that, that's going to get dealt with. like I said, I'm gonna holler at Atwood about some things or whatever, etc. And we're gonna go from there. Cause I think the whole play, we'll talk about that behind the scenes about that whole play. But I got proof, bro, that Jag was in jail. This whole Ariel Mitchell thing, that was all a play. Think about this, man. Why are they mentioning Odell Beckham Jr. in the same sentence and lawsuit as mentioning Jaguar Wright doing X, Y, and Z to some people, which was totally not true. You guys got to do the research. She was in jail. I got the official documents from Cook County because I don't play. I got the official documents from Cook County, not the online. No, stamped, sealed, signed, delivered. She was in prison on the day, well, the jail, on the day that they're saying she did those heinous things. And that's going to get dealt with, man. It's about to be up for Ariel Mitchell. That's why I said we're going to holler at Atwood about some stuff too.
Okay.
And then look, peep game. Ariel Mitchell, I thought Jag was tripping. I'm like, you talking about Ariel Mitchell works for Jay-Z? Ariel Mitchell comes from the same part of the. I'll just say this: Ariel Mitchell is tied to Jay-Z through J. Cole. I did a video about that. People ain't peeping it, but Ariel Mitchell is tied to Jay-Z through J. Cole, and that's no cap. Jay-Z.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Go
is
ahead.
Ariel Mitchell the same one that came out with the Reasonable Doubt
No.
book, or
No.
that book, like after
You mean that show?
Yeah.
No. That's
He's not the same.
that's somebody else. That ain't her. That ain't her.
Okay.
Ariel Mitchell is her background is sketchy as all hell, man. Her practice got shut down, or her license. It's look. I did a video, and I when I do my stuff, it's research. I'm not lying because I don't want to get sued. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Ariel Mitchell and J. Cole went to St. John University together, and that's a coincidence. We could all say, okay, well, they went to the same school.
Jag talking about that, she said, ironically, the school that they went to is like a Diddy harvesting school or something like that. He was saying, saying a lot of the people that came out of that college, operated this way. They were like, I guess he was on the basketball team. She was a cheerleader or something sort of that.
But that's coincidental too. It's like basketball team, cheerleader. They may not have known each other. That's a coincidence. It's not. Let's not even run that. But I'm not running a conspiracy. But if you look at her LinkedIn and she mentions there's a African Studies, the Uhuru Network or something like that. It's all on my channel. But she was a member. She was a member of that association, and J. Cole was the president at the time. So,
the alumni?
Bro, like there's no coincidences. J. Cole connection to Ariel Mitchell puts me in the belief that Ariel Mitchell was sent to destroy Jag and to make this Diddy situation look crazy. That story sounds like a Lamisha Fuller afternoon special. Bro, I'm telling you.
There's so many questions in the story. Lamisha, and like you say, it does look like a Lamisha Fuller special, but sometimes they say the dates and the times could be off due to the fact that they were oblivious half the time or high, or whatever the case may be, right?
No. It is documented because there's an alleged police record of it on that date. They can't run from that date. That's why, look, when I heard that, I said, oh, here we go. And that's why I said the rabbit hole gets hella deep. And I never was a Jigga fan. For someone to come up and, say, yeah, I sold dope to the community and I'm this, you should be like me. Man, get your goofy ass out of here. When I saw that, I really was like, oh, it's up for Jay-Z too. He's next.
Are you guys going to be producing the documents of the incarceration, or are y'all,
That the
um,
lawyers is take lawyer. I ain't at the liberty to say anything. All I know is I have the official documents. Lawyers are going to take care of it. She hasn't had an official statement. It will come. But
right.
yeah, bro, like I said, all this shit is weird. And like I said, that's why I said you and I really just got to chop it up behind the scenes because there's a whole lot, and I got a lot of stuff that I'll share with you on your channel. And then I want you to come over. I do my thing every Saturday, like this week with Wolf. I had you come up, bro, and I kind of want to chop it up with you because, bro, like I said, you got good information. A lot of people sleeping on it, and I got some stuff that I want. I mean, I'm ground zero here with it. So come on, man.
Bet. We'll do
I
that. We'll
mean,
do that
but
Saturday.
yeah, back to
Saturday, let me
Maggie.
know what time.
Oh no, yeah, I'll get with you. I'll let you. I'm finna go. I gotta actually go handle some paperwork right now. In all honesty, but that whole Maggie stuff, she's playing with fire. You do not play with somebody's name and saying this and that or whatever when you got, yeah, man. Like, come on, man. She and she's in another country, bro.
There's a lot that can backfire on her, and she's got family members that are in, government or
The
was
Haitian government, exactly, and she and her they not squeaky clean at all.
right. There's a lot, but I didn't really, I backed off digging into her, once, the whole connection with Canada and Hades and her people being one of the originators that got, that they got a whole landmass over there. They come from a group of separators. They're called separatists.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she comes from a group of separatists. So there's a lot, that I haven't spoke about her regarding her family, her bloodline. But to put this whole narrative out there, this is why I say, like, who's telling the truth on what narrative, because unless Jag and Atwoods have a conversation to say, her origins, right now it just looks like either she's been planted from Atwoods in order to put false narratives on Jaguar, or she's still working for Jaguar in this whole crazy confusion thing on social media.
Nah, she's not working for Jaguar. And I'm gonna land my plane here because look, and like I said, we'll talk more about it later. But that's the reason why I busted her out. I kicked the chair early with her. It wasn't even supposed to go like that. Jag kind of wanted, and I said nope. I pulled the plug on that. I already knew what her get down was, and yeah, like you said, the telltale is her family. And we ain't got to talk about. We'll wait because like I said, let a
But let
crazy
me ask you
person
this.
talk.
You don't think it was, this is why I was like, what the hell is going on? You don't think it was ironic that Crazy Alice from South Dallas found Maggie Page and was posting shit on Maggie Page that one day that Jaguar was up there? Or that's a troll account. That means somebody is taking Jaguar's different variations of conversations and making, characters
No,
in her life.
they are. They're taking anything that she says. They'll create a troll account and then they troll. Even the Trevor Green, which is messed up. That's part of the dog pounding cyber harassment. That Trevor Green story, look it up. Philly police. That's a real person that did some harm to Jag. And then there's content creators running around using that name, talking about some justice for Trevor Green, and this guy actually did some, like, you ain't like it.
Yeah, I
Look,
don't
no
know.
offense. If something happened to your sister, and somebody like taunted her every day by having a screen name of that person name who did something, come on, man, that's just diabolical.
You're right. That's why I say the internet is undefeated. But I'm one of them people that was laughing. I thought that shit was funny. But like I said, under the circumstances, that's considered dark humor. I guess everything ain't for everybody. I do I ain't even gonna say I feel bad about it. I will apologize about it, but at the same time, hey, that shit is funny. She said that Trevor Green was gonna show up at people's houses. You know what I'm saying? She was wishing
Y'all,
that shit on
look, man,
people.
y'all playing around with the wrong individuals, man. Like I keep it a buck.
No,
Old
I'm
boy.
not saying that.
No,
I'm
no, no.
just
I'm saying old boy was
conversation wise.
like mafia or Jamaican. Like, come on, man. You know these people, bro. Like, there's some people on like there's people that you ain't supposed to say certain stuff.
That's
Like,
why we need to know what song gonna get him up off our ass. That's why we need to know that what song she sung that's gonna get him up off our ass.
I
Because
don't know.
if he's that
Look,
dangerous, I need to know the song.
that situation. That
I'm going with,
situation is no.
right now.
Listen,
I'm going
listen.
with
Let me put a pin in it right here. That situation is not a joke. That situation isn't funny, and that's part. Look, I got a lawyer that I'm talking to, and like I said, I'm not going to talk about all the other stuff, but all this stuff about making fun of people online and all. Look, that stuff, man.
so many stories.
Man,
Y'all got to remember, y'all called my mama a fiend, a prostitute, and
not y'all. I ain't got you talking to me like I got a mouse in my back pocket. I never called your
come on.
mama.
Well, if you was in the background, like maybe all three. You was in the background,
No,
like
the shit.
maybe
Just
all
like
three.
you,
She
just
might
like
have been
you,
all
just like you
three.
could laugh at something. I could laugh at something. I laughed at it. That was that. But I ain't got a mouse in my back pocket. You can't say y'all to me unless you're talking about, But no, man, no. Like I said, we'll chop it up. Look, in all, like I said, bro, it is deeper than rap. It's deeper than snacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just
it's a lot of different stuff going on, man.
yeah,
And that's why I say,
and they're
like,
doing the shit
unless-
purposefully.
right. And unless we sit down and have the conversation, we ain't gonna never really figure it out. So at least, you know what I mean? Like, we got to be able to sit down and have the conversation. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to embark on a different journey, a different level of knowledge, understanding one, let's get past these feelings and emotions. We can say a lot of shit, a lot of stuff to one another that can, deal with feelings and emotions, but logically it wouldn't make sense, right? What makes sense is we're all here and, fixing whatever situation is going on right now to, unify better brain conversations to the table. A lot of this stuff needs to be talked about. The
Okay,
Ariel Mitchell thing, the misinformation thing,
you're right.
even with Buzz be going after Shannon Sharp right now, with that situation, that's detrimental to everything. So everything is like could possibly be looked at as, conflict of interest now.
Well, like I said, bro, I got some paperwork to do. Time is money. You'll hear from me in a few, but I just wanted to clarify that up, bro. And again, you could tell your people in the chat, you ain't got to be disrespectful. You ain't got to be mean to me. Let's really like get down to the bottom of it. Like if you don't like me, I get it, cool, but definitely just check out the information. Like I said, Ariel Mitchell is tied. Look, I ain't trying to promote my stuff, but I did it a month ago. I did it about a month and a half ago about that, man.
We're gonna recap it. We're gonna recap it. But so,
Yeah.
do you think this is coming from that Chris Burgess? I mean, Chris Todd. You think this is?
They're
coming
all
from all of
connected.
that?
Chris Todd tried to scam Justin Bieber and Mitchell was gonna allegedly, I'll say it like that, but they're connected. Same thing with what's his face? Courtney Burgess. He's a fraud. Like, bro, like I said, we'll talk. We're gonna look. I said time is money because I gotta actually go do it. But we're gonna chop. Like I say, we're gonna chop it up because, bro, it's so much that you can talk about that I'll just give you the info. You can. I don't talk about it because that ain't my content. But I'll give you the info, and I got no letters. I mean, these people are man, it's crazy. But they're
We'll talk.
Yeah,
you gotta put it together. You gotta be. Cause everybody's trying to figure it out, and I'm not saying like some of the stuff is like personal business. Leave that stuff to the side, but the stuff that's already been brought to the table, like the stuff that we still trying to figure out, there's connections and people involved. With the Courtney Burgess thing, with this whole lawsuit thing. and the people are the ones who are in, we don't know who to give our support to, we don't know who to give our concern to, and we don't know who to give our anger to at this point. You know what I mean? So
Well,
like,
I'm gonna help. I'll help. Look, I'll help y'all figure it out. Let me get going, bro. All right. I'll talk to you later, man. Peace.
All right, take it easy. Hey, y'all is crucial sometimes in the comment section. Calm down a little bit, calm down. Listen, we know when we have somebody that can deal with the attacks in the comment section, we know when we have somebody that can't. Okay, let's properly assess this and properly move forward. Right, we don't have to be nasty because we don't need to be nasty. Right, there's a lot of disinformation, misinformation. Look, we all scrambling and scraping. Ain't that what Diddy said? I like it when you scrambling and scraping, daddy. I like it when you scrambling and scraping, daddy. But listen, there's so much going on, so much wrapped around this. Where do we start? How do we start to figure it out? Where do we like where? How? Please tell me. Somebody tell me where? Where? You ever walk into a room and the room so junky, you just looking like, where do I start? Make you want to cry, don't it? Make you want to cry. You walk into a room or you got to fold up some clothes. You look at the pile of clothes and you just like, you just want to cry, don't you? Don't you? Huh? You might be in one of those moments right now where you just want to cry. There's a lot of stuff that we got to get to the bottom of. Not only the Jaguar Wright situation, but also this situation right here before us. Sherelle and Perry and the cowardly YouTuber, right? These people, do they play a role in that? Are they on here messing with people's mental? They got a whole fake, the knot comes with a spiritual advisor. You know what I'm saying? He comes with a spiritual advisor that put people in jars, a crypt keeper, right? The knot was running around saying he was the culture, right? He was the culture, right? Now he mad, everything backfired on him, the tables done turned, and now he's he looking sad, dumb, busted, and disgusted, trying to struggle in the Christian rock sector for anything. Sitting there struggling in the Christian rock sector, numbers ain't doing what they supposed to be doing, Numbers ain't doing what they supposed to be doing. Hey, I love your energy too. I love your energy too. All right. Listen, there's no me without you. You know that, right? There's no me without you. I'm only this great because you great. I'm just a reflection of you. That's all. Nah, yeah, chat was really nice. I'm gonna agree with you on that one. We had a talk in the Discord last night. All the people that represents the Atlas family. We had a talk in the Discord. We know how to play. The comment section. If there's a opportunity for peace, we're gonna take that. Anytime there's a door for peace, we're gonna take that. We don't care if there's a window for peace. You know what I mean? We're going to take that because that's what this is about, right? In the Bible, it says we're supposed to do everything in our power to be at peace with one another. So, giving that, it is let them be the one to burn the bridge. We're not going to be the one to do it. Now, we will be the ones to turn up once that bridge is burnt. Once you fuck us over, Atlas family will turn up. You hear me? Once you do us wrong, we gonna turn back up. I promise you that. We don't care. It ain't none of no. But we not gonna be the ones that initiate it. Okay. We love peace, but war ready. Okay. Huh? Love peace, but war ready. But yeah, so however you want to look at this, there's things is changing. Things is changing a little bit around us, you know. Things is changing. We might be able hey, I got a lot of crystals around me. I got bags of crystals around me. I got dice-shaped crystals. I got oogie boogies. I got elephant-shaped crystals. I got Buddha-shaped crystals. I got yeah, I got crystals all around me. We good. Always told I love her. Yeah, we protected over here. We ain't worried about it. And you know we keep that return to sender. And look, I encourage anybody that is actually, if you are one who has a dream catcher, if you keep a dream catcher around you, right? I encourage you to take that dream catcher and put crystals on that dream catcher. Find out what crystals are related to the zodiac signs and put those crystals on that, put the crystals on there that you want and sleep with those on the dream catcher, and you will have a greater experience with it. Might need some garlic to throw. Might need to take vampire measures. Huh? Might need to take vampiric measures. Get the garlic, get the cross, keep a cross in your pocket, keep a wood stake next to you in case shit get real. In case she show her fangs. Get the steak. Hey man, this world is stranger than fiction. Wolf said that he's going to talk to Atwoods. So maybe we can actually figure some stuff out. Like I said, this is look. We could say what we want to say, but one thing for sure, two things for certain. If Maggie is not up already watching us, she is pissed right now. She's pissed right now. She talked all that shit. She said I was a nobody. Who's gonna want to show up on my panel? And I'm not saying that to say this is, spot. We don't do that whole get back trauma, all of that shit. But it's gonna be funny to see, how everything plays out. If I'm a nobody, let me be the greatest nobody that nobody ever seen to did. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is that I am, let me be what it is that I am. Ain't nobody stopping her from being a bobblehead bandit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody hating on her for being a bobblehead bandit. And the reason why she a bobblehead bandit is because she's stealing shit. You know what I'm saying? She's stealing shit. She's stealing people's, intellectual property. She's stealing people's characters. She's stealing people's images. You know what I mean? Don't forget to like the video. Like, cut it out. That's official King Pain shit. That's the exact way he say it. That's the exact way he say it. And you want to sit there and say it the exact way he say it. And the only reason why you not still swinging on the whole OKP and some of the other people's energies is because they already see right through you. They already calling you out on your bullshit. You knew you wasn't about to go back over the official King Pain page after he said that you was Spectrum. But hell, you said you was Spectrum. You running around trying to pretend to be all these things, but then also got all this ego with you. making it seem like your house is dirty and nasty because you got ADHD. No, you just dirty and nasty, right? I got OCD, I got ADD, I got ADHD. I can't stay still for shit, right? I make sure my dishes is clean. I make sure I clean up 5 times a day. I move furniture around to get up under the furniture, all of that shit. When people come into my house, they like, damn, you keep your house this clean? Yes. Yes. I make up the bed when I get out of it. As soon as I get out of my bed, I got to make it up. I mean, unless somebody's still in it. Unless somebody's still in it, then, you know, last one to get out the bed, make it up. That's the rules. That's how this shit works. You know what I'm saying? If you last one to drink the milk, but, you know, refill it. You got to put it back, replace it. You know what I'm saying? Last one, get out the bed. You got to make it up. I don't care if it's 27 of us in this bed. The last one to get out this motherfucker, make it up. You know what I'm saying? Lazy is not like I like to do shit right then and there. If you ask me to do something, I'm going to go do it. A lot of people be surprised about how fast I, you know, get up and go do something. People be like, hey man, I need that. You think you can paint that, you know, when you get a chance, you think you can shit, I could do it right now. Shit, let me go do it. I'm going to go paint something. I'm looking for solutions, not problems, right? We can focus on the problem all day. Everybody always want to focus on the problem, but where's the solution at, right? These characters give you no solution. They just give you a problem that they can always go back to when they want to. They attach themselves to your energy and they can always go back to it whenever they want to. Huh? They attach themselves to your energy. I got the right to go back and talk about him whenever I want to. So let's see if what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Let's see if what's good for the goose. We got the right to make a cartoon up about them whenever we want to. Wait till the Itchy and Scratchy show come out. Wait till we do that cartoon, the remake of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Wait till we do we got so many different cartoons. We got a Wayne Head. We're going to redo the Wayne Head cartoon. You starring the Knot. Huh? We're going to redo Life with Louie. It's going to be Life with Perry. Huh? We're going to redo all of the cartoons. Huh? We're going to do a show about Sherelle. It's going to be Code Name Wig Next Door. We got y'all. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're going to do one on Sherelle. It's going to be Code Name Wig Next Door. The Sherelle story. Huh? See, I think it was like I don't know. I'm not even going. I think it was because look, that day that my panel got struck, right? Remember, they was on the panel laughing in my face pretty much, right? Sherelle was telling the Knot, like, you know, she was telling the Knot, like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna let you know how that go tomorrow, right? That's what she was telling the Knot. She was like, I'm gonna let you know how that go tomorrow.
Oh my God, no. Hold on, pause. I just realized it. Y'all remember when I met up with Jag and I said she was at the barbershop with a nigga in a wheelchair that was digging off in her? That was Wolf Coochie. Because I thought
something is wrong with Los Lobos. He got something going on in this. You left that beautiful woman and your children.
I'm not a sheep herder. Don't bring that picture back up.
It's crazy. She's literally two conspiracy theorists.
When he was with a successful black woman, he felt incompetent.
Yeah.
So he went and found somebody less than himself to make him feel good about it. And then he promoted himself to manager, right? Producer, and
So
pimp.
he can feel like he's something,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
At
He
a
left
truck
his
stop.
wife, his beautiful wife. Is
Maybe he,
something wrong with him?
maybe he,
Now this is the moment that the knot leaves the panel, so he can go over to Maggie's panel to stir some shit up. And then when Maggie comes over, he say, block that B, right? Man, that whole night was funny because I was sitting there for the whole 4 hours thinking, why are they using these words? Why are they using such verbiage? You know what I mean? I was trying to figure it out. These people, they playing this game, they bragging about it right in our face. That's why Sherelle was like, and I know how to strike. See, after you get 100K, you know how to strike somebody page using the guidelines. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? This is what they was telling me right to my face. This is what they was telling me right to my face. And it's crazy. Yeah, they use my page. And look, the Knot wanted so much more on my page. I'm not going to lie to y'all. He wanted so much more on my page. He wanted me to put his name in the titles, right? This was back in January. He was like, "Hey man, you can use my name. You can put my name in your titles." Right? In my mind, I'm thinking, out loud, I said, "Okay, sure." But in my mind, I'm thinking, "For what?" You know what I'm saying? And then he also was like, "Oh, you can use my clips too. You can use my clips. You can use that thumbnail. You can use that thumbnail that thumbnail." He said you could use it, right? This thumbnail, this one in the corner right here. You see this thumbnail in the corner? This is his thumbnail, the thumbnail that he created. He wanted me to use this thumbnail so I can get hit off for it. Not this particular thumbnail, because this particular thumbnail is mine, right? And he was going to try to hit me, but this one in the corner right there, that thumbnail in the corner, he wanted me to use that thumbnail. Why? So you can hit my page? He was trying to set up markers so he can strike my page. Think about that. That's how I knew it was all a setup. Why are you setting up for me to, have this? So that way, as soon as the fallout happened, you could try to be like, and any content you got of me, you better take it down because I'm going to strike it. The same thing that's why he's saying that about TikTok. Talking about he going to go over there and get my TikTok page. You can't. TikTok got different guidelines. So you could sit over there and play, but that's why he set up these little points. He was literally trying to, get close so he can try to schedule an attack. And then all of a sudden, it's up and it's stuck and it's this and it's that. Nobody's scared of you, bruh. Nobody worried about you. Every time welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take you? Or nobody's scared of you. Huh? You never made it, my boy. You never made it. Your greatest moment is walking up the steps saying, push it out for me. That's what you're going to be remembered by. Push it out for me. Push it real good. That's you, my boy. Don't try to be something that you not. Huh? Don't try to be something that you not. Be that of which you are. Be that. Be that of which you are. And you already know what you are. It ain't going to get you far, but be that. Yeah. Look, we back posting. We back posting on 7 different pages. Now we got 3 different pages to post shit on YouTube. And we got 5 different pages on TikTok. 1 page on Twitch. You know what? I'm going to go make a Kick page today. We're going to be on the purple app, the green app. If there's an orange app, we're going to get on that too. Fuck you mean? Huh? Fuck you mean? See, you think you stopping something over here? We're gonna show y'all. We're gonna show y'all. Y'all want to play? It's up. We're gonna show y'all. Oh, you man, listen, you think I'm about to let somebody with a life alert button bully me, push me around? Hell no. Hell no. That lady come with a cane or a walker. You think she getting up by herself? Hell no. She asking people to help her up. Help me up. Help me get up out this couch. She is not moving around like that. Sitting on the internet talking shit. He better act. He don't know who he messing with. He better ask about me. Well, I'm asking about you. I'm asking about you.
He always wanted to be in a rodeo and left his wife for a wild bull.
Do you not care about how your children feel that you left their mom for some psychopath that's in love with being on fame that the industry thinks is a joke? Name one celebrity. They think Jaguar Wright is a joke. You left your children. You scarred your children.
Turned. The tables have turned. Has Jaguar turned over a new leaf? Is she actually about to try and be decent? We got to stay tuned for this story. This shit might get interesting from here on out. Huh? Wolf Coochie. My bad, bro. I'm working on it. I called you Wolf Coochie for so long. It's gonna take a minute. Odell done lifted the shit up off the page. Don't laugh. It's not funny. All right? It's not funny. Don't laugh. I'm working on it. Huh? I'm working on it. Shit. Let me try. Let me try to be better.
We've been journeying in the wrong direction this whole time.
Gotta be better.
We've been journeying outside of ourselves. Why?
Rough the wise, talk to him.
It's been a long time on here pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Maybe this is the year right here. Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you.
We gotta do better collectively, you know?
Right? Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you.
We gotta do better collectively, you know?
Energy. First stage is realizing that you are. That's the first step. Confront yourself. Realizing that you are. Energy. It's been a long time on here pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They can't put negative notions on us. Think about it. Great things is happening, whether they want to believe it or not. Maybe this is the year right here. This is the year for it right here. Right? Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you.
We gotta do better collectively, you know?
Go within. There's something inside of you.
We gotta do better collectively, you know? One's image of oneself should be greater than reality. Don't let nobody tell you that you ain't great, because you are.
Rough the wise.
Energy.
Hey, that's... Did you swat his house? No, I had nothing to do with swatting anyone's house. That was not me. I said that in the beginning. You know, I didn't have no address to send nobody to nobody's house. I didn't have no Contact information to send nobody to no house. I think the true notion of this is actually something that we can all benefit from. Reaching back out to some, because y'all know, I don't know if y'all know about this, but for some reason, this is not, that's why I say it's a wave. I've been studying this for a while, I've been analyzing this for a while, right? They actually have a messy TikTok. I didn't know this same thing was taking place on TikTok, 3 years ago. I didn't know this was taking place over here like this, but they have a messy TikTok where people are being messy on TikTok, right? And to come over here and watch the same thing, it has to be an energy. It cannot be like this individual. This has to be a wave. They literally have a messy TikTok where they battle, talk shit. They have court over there where you got to go and defend yourself in court about how you treated other content creators and stuff like that. Yeah, Odell lifted the strike. Not No Nuts. No Nuts try to hold that over and make it seem like he had power over me because of it. And it was, yeah, I took your page. I did that. You know what I mean? The person that I came over here talking shit about the most lifted the strike. I said that man had erectile dysfunction, necktie dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? He lifted the strikes. And this no good person who played to be cool, played to be he the nasty one. He the one that's I don't care. I'm never gonna take it off. Huh? That's why when She Paints get back from Europe, and shout out to She Paints, y'all know she going to Europe. She about to do her little tour, her trip. We trying to get, the notion of it, so that way we can find out when she had all these great places, because she's going to some great places. So we trying to find out, so that way we can post some stuff about that. At least, you know what I mean. Love is love, brother. I wish you know. I'm sorry, Dad. In the chat, I'm not still. Who is this? Oh, get out of here. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some more giveaways. We're gonna be doing some more stuff, man. We're not even about to let them try to hold us, back. Try to listen. We about to just do great things. A lot more opportunities are about to present itself, and we're gonna take advantage of, majority of them. We got to make sure we have discernment. We got to make sure we keep our discernment now. We got to make sure we keep our discernment now. We ain't gonna be able to take advantage of all of them, but we gonna get some of them. Okay, we're gonna get some of them. Energy, go within. It's something inside you. Energy. Do. That's why I say, what we do demons today. Hey, we doing a lot of things, man. We doing a lot of things. A lot of people are going to have to shake out of those lower vibrations. A lot of people are going to have to shake loose of those lower vibrations. A lot of people are going to have to become better. They're going to have to become better. It's inevitable. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It don't got nothing to do with you. You know, this is just something that's taking place in the universe where you're going to see a lot more people moving towards a more so I want to say like peaceful. I don't even want to say loving because there's a lot of gamma energy coming in. There's a lot of loving energy coming in. Not everybody's going to make it. Some people are fighting something inside their self regarding, you know, this variation of knowledge and wisdom and understanding. Some people are fighting something inside their self. You can't do nothing about what they're fighting inside their self. You can only hope. You know what I mean? You can only hope, like, I hope that they are winning that fight. I hope that they are trying to be better. I hope that that's all you can do is hope. You know? Other than that, like what we do in this world, you know, how we go about this world, man, listen, people are not in the notion of what you think they are in. Like, listen, however you want to look at this, not everybody's going to make it. Okay? That's what we have to say first is not everybody's going to make it, right? Then the next thing we would have to say is not everybody wants to make it. You know, not everybody wants to make it, right? Some people are more so in the mindset of saying, like, listen, some people like the negative. Some people are enjoying the negative. They like the negative. They are basking in it. You know, and that's the truth of this. Like, they are cool with the negative, like, and it's not to say like to anybody else like that negative is wrong. Depends on how you change it, right? You can change this, you can change it into something. You got to be able to transfer negative. You got to transfer that negative. You got to want to transfer that negative. A lot of people take in negative and they want to dish out all the negative. I'm dishing out all the negative. Nah, there's a reason why it's you know a child of mourning. You take it in and you turn it into something better. You turn it into something different. These people don't know how to do energy transfer. That's why they failing. There's a lot of energy coming in here, but if you don't know how to transfer that energy, if you don't know how to listen, get you some crystals. Get you some crystals. You know, get you some patience. Get you some. You better start getting that stuff. Better start getting that stuff. The world is changing as we know it. I mean, some things for good, some things for not. But changing nonetheless, and change is inevitable. I mean, look at it. Look how the tables have turned, right? You know Maggie upset. You know she's going to be upset. She's going to be over there like, nobody cares about me. Nobody cares about me. You gotta be nicer to people. Yeah? You gotta be nicer to people. You know? We all broken. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. You know what I'm saying? We broken people around here. Talk to us nice. We all broken. You know, we gotta learn how to better deal with each other, better communicate, better way to talk to each other. can't keep dealing with each other nasty. You know, you can't keep dealing with each other nasty. You know, but look at us. Look at us. We got the page back. They can't stop us. So you know you know right there. You was asleep. You was asleep. Stop acting like you wasn't asleep. If that's your idea, is to keep on trying to find different shit to be upset about. Shit. Tell you to text me every morning when you get up. And you fucking sit there and wait until I do something and then cry about what I did. Like, no, I'm not. That shit's weird. Do. Hey, listen, one's image of oneself should be greater than reality. All right. Never let no one tell you that you are not great. Right. Look, man, we got the page back. We on the better things. Time to start being better. It's time to start doing better. Time to start acting better. You know, we got a new song to close out to. It's just, it gets your day started. Like, so, you know, if nobody told you that they love you today, let me be the first but not the last to tell you that I love you. Right? We going over to the Discord for a little bit, but we're going back live again. We're going to go over to the Discord, take a little break, and then go live again. Like, we here all day now.
We've been journeying in the wrong direction this whole time. We've been journeying outside of ourselves. Why?
Rough the wise, talk to him.
It's been a long time on here pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Maybe this is the year right here. Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you.
We got to do better collectively, you know?
Right? Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you.
We got to do better collectively, you know? Maddie is one big bully.
First stage is realizing that you are. That's the first step. Confront yourself.
Hey, it's the summer of change.
Realizing that you are.
We all are giving another chance. Let's do better.
It's been a long time on here pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Let's do better.
They can't put negative notions on us.
Collectively.
Think about it. Great things is happening, whether they want to believe it or not. Maybe this is the year right here. This is the year for it right here. Right? Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you.
We gotta do better collectively, you know?
Go within. There's something inside of you.
We gotta do better collectively, you know?
One's image of oneself should be greater than reality. Don't let nobody tell you that you ain't great, because you are.
Rough the wise.
Energy.